Hello everybody. So this video is really just a bit of a follow-up to my last one where I had some disappointment with my new Gibson Les Paul that I ordered, and I made the mistake of ordering a high-end guitar online from a very reputable shop, say that straight away, but unfortunately, you know, things go wrong in the post with high-end guitars, with any guitars, but you really shouldn't buy a high-end guitar through the post. So I learned that the hard way, and you know, I paid the price. So hopefully other people will learn from my experience and not do that. The best thing to do is to actually go into the store, take a look around, see what you like, try a few things out, and when something connects with you and it speaks to you, then you know you've got something that's a keeper that you want to have and take home. So that is, I guess, the moral of the story. But that video is kind of disappointing and disheartening because it wasn't positive that happened, even though I tried to find positives about it. But I think this video is where I get to show me going out with my brother to get the new guitar, to get the replacements, going around the store, actually trying a few of these great guitars out and picking one. So hopefully this is a bit more positive and something that you'll enjoy watching. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Smith head on clean. And it sounds great. I love the blue lights. What's the guitar? The Gibson Les Paul standard.
What colour is it?
This is the, let's see if it tells us. This is the Blueberry Burst, 2019 Blueberry Burst. And I'm loving the purple with the blue. So this is a AAA quilted finish. Reacts well. Nice. So that's on the middle
Yeah.
pickup selection. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah, it's kind of nice, and there's a lot of bit of dot bottom end there, isn't there?
Nice, okay. Let's try the chord split on with the lead tone on, so it's all tapped and split. Let's try like that, and let's do this. So this is the 2019 Gibson Les Paul Blueberry Fade. And it's absolutely beautiful, lovely action, great sounds. This has got everything chord split and tapped right now in the middle position, so it's both pickups together, and that sounds fantastic. The tuners are awesome. I just tuned it and it was nice and easy and it felt solid. The tuning pegs really do respond very well, so that's good. So I like the cleanup on this. It's really nice, even though I think this amp is quite aggressive, which I like. It does clean up quite well. So on this one, the switch is actually quite different. It's got a gradient actually into the switch itself, so you can get a bit of grip. It sort of bites into your finger a little bit. You can't slip off quite as easy, so I guess that's part of the high performance thing. So I like that. It's a really good switch, although all these switches are supposed to be high quality. It does feel pretty sturdy, so I like that. Let's try it on the bridge, and nice sound. Try the same thing on the neck. Very noticeable difference straight away in the tone. Big change, which is what you want to hear. So I like that.
On that position, you get more bottom end than you were on the other one.
Yeah, I'm really liking this. I do like the purple effect on the other one.
And I actually like that effect just as much with the faded out, like the washed out jeans look.
Yeah.
think that those translucent pop covers, whatever controls, look good with that.
Because you can see straight through to the finish.
Yeah, works. It might not be the purists, you know,
idea
of a Les Paul, but you know, this is not meant to be that Les Paul. This is your gigging high performance.
Oh, definitely.
You get a Les Paul, but you get all the mod cons though.
It's interesting. This one feels slightly heavier than the standard.
I think there's a weight difference between identical models as well, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there is. I like the fact that you can actually adjust the height of the nuts. I think that is a really good feature. It makes sense. So that's pretty cool. And it has the same nice glow to the Gibson logo on this as well. The action, I think, feels about the same, I'd say. The pickups are different because you've got the different chrome finish to the border of the pickup rather than the plastic, which again. What do you think of it?
It's nice. It feels like it's got more presence. I know that sounds like a little bit of a thing to say, but it does feel like in the room I just feel like the sound's more present in the room. Not that there's anything wrong with the standard, but I'm guessing it's these pickups. So if I just do the similar sort of riff as I did on the other one. It's kind of like you can just, I don't know, just feel it a bit more.
Nice. Yeah, it's beautiful. This is a 2019 traditional Gibson Les Paul, and this one is in the tobacco burst, as I thought. So very common and popular finish on this one, and made famous by a lot of great players. Feels really fantastic, to be honest, in hand. It's got the bone tuners, Gibson style tuners, and it is a traditional guitar. It's what the standard would have been before, up till this year. And it's got the traditional gold style pots on it, which I really like. It's got burst booker pickups, and it has poker chip and a nice three-way switch on it. So I put it in the middle position to start with. Both pickups together. That's lovely. Still going through the MT15 Boyd Smith amp. And this is on the clean channel. So let's try that on the...
Different pickups, aren't they?
Yeah.
57s.
It is. These are a more vintage style pickup. They're lower output and probably better for doing that bluesy kind of stuff. Although having said that, you can actually get a similar tone on the other Les Pauls if you use all the dip switches and stuff. So this is now with the neck pickup on. Very clear, and then with the bridge. That's brighter. That's very notably different. Do you like? Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, okay. So let's play through. I like like it. It's very nice. This is very much like the blue one in terms of the tones and in terms of the feel. It's definitely heavier, but it doesn't feel bad at all. It feels like a nice solid piece of wood, and the finish on this is beautiful. This is a gorgeous guitar. What do you think, Lee? Is this more your colour, is it?
I really like the blue faded one you've just been playing, the HP. I thought that that's probably my favourite colour. I think everybody who likes Les Paul will have some kind of affinity with that. It's kind of the slash signature colour. I don't know how else to put it. And it is, you know, in the flesh. It's the flame maple is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you kind of, I'll try and get sort of just move your hand a little bit, but I mean, it is such a gorgeous finish, and it's just very traditional, very classic. So I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love to have it. Whether I choose it over one of the others, I don't know. I'd probably have it as well. But yeah, because it is a tradition. It is like the Les Paul used to be. The standard was this is that guitar now called the traditional, isn't it? So
that's right.
No fancy switching, you know, no dip switches. It's straightforward. You know, 2 humbuckers, 3-way switch, and whatever's under your fingers. So
you get what you get.
Yeah.
Yes. So I like that. I like that.
That fretboard looks a bit dry.
You know what? It is a bit. It's not as dry as on the blue one they sent me.
No,
so it doesn't feel as dry.
But it is.
But it is dry. Yeah.
I suppose if it's been sitting in a box for 3 months, that might have happened.
The other thing to check is this: when you do that, does the string get stuck below the fret? And the answer is it doesn't, because on some of the guitars that the Gibson put out, they have, but this one doesn't, and the blue one didn't, and neither of those two do. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign. That's very nice. So no, I like this.
So we switch it to the dirty channel.
Let's give it a try on the dirty channel. See what it does. Okay, so let's try some. Tone and the volume, you just clean up and it just gives you that one. It's got a growl coming from the valves. It has a nice feel to the tone, so I do like that. That is pretty nice. Okay, let's try some chords.
Let's get the tone rolled off, by the way.
Yeah, let's knock it back on. Put it in the middle position. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? So it's
feel like when all three of them, when you've got them, on, when you're playing it and it's under your fingers, action, feel, because they're all going to feel slightly different.
They do feel different. I'll tell you what's interesting with this, just playing that then, it feels a bit like you do get a more vintage sound out of this. For me, it sounds a bit like what I was just doing. You get like a muffly, fuzzy kind of tone out of it that you would hear on old records. It just instantly was there. Now, I'm not saying you can't do it the others, I'm sure you can, but you probably have to fiddle with the dip switches to try and dial in that tone, because it's a higher output pickup. And I think because these are lower output pickups, it's already there. It's already what you would have expected from a 60s, 70s and whatever vintage type of Gibson tone. You automatically are going to get that without having to dial it in. It's just at your fingertips. And I think that is why you buy this. I think you buy this because you want to just pick up a Gibson Les Paul, get a Gibson Les Paul, right? That's what you're getting. It's a traditional, it is what they always were.
And of course you want them to throw in the pink lead.
The pink lead, yeah, to go with the tobacco burst.
And it's changed colour. Gone from blue to red now.
Gorgeous that is.
So I'm guessing that's got to do with the
channel.
The switching, look.
Yeah.
Cold, hot.
It's the same sort of thing that Hughes and Kettner do, isn't it? So, yeah, I absolutely love this. Do you want to have a go?
Yeah.
We haven't got the pedals in here that we had in the other room that would have made this more authentic, but it still sounds really good.
Nice and jangly. I mean, it does feel very different. It just does. I mean, I don't think the finish, if you look here between the binding and the body, finish probably could be better on a guitar that's best part of $2,500.
Yeah.
But again, we've heard that there's always something.
Yeah.
But that's it doesn't interfere with the playability of it. No one's going to see it but you. When you're looking down it. You're right about the fact that it has a different tone. I mean, I've just got the bridge pickup now, and I was doing that little riff before, and it's kind of with the other one I said it's more present. This one's more bottom end, maybe a little bit more midi. Just everything's up full. Here we haven't changed anything on the amp, but it's not quite as bright. Just sounds different, doesn't it? It just sounds different. A little brighter now. On the bridge. That's quite bright. To me, they're almost like two different guitars, and it sounds a bit. They're both Les Pauls. It sounds a bit strange, but all three of them are different. The HP and the standard just sound and feel different to the traditional. Neck profile, pickups, whatever. It just, it does feel different. And it barks a little bit differently as well.
So what's your thoughts? Do you just have a preference one over the other, or do you like them the same?
If I was going to buy one of these, it would be the HP, simply because it gives me more options. It's still a genuine Les Paul. I like the neck better on that one. The fact that it's not traditional doesn't bother me, as in it's not the standard as was. yeah, you might say, oh, you've got all these different options. You don't have to use them.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those people, you know, we've got helixes, I don't mind digging in and finding out what it does. I like the fact that it's got the locking tuners, I like the fact that it's got the push pulls, I like the fact that it is set up to be a guitar that you can gig with and use for different styles of music. I think if you're in a vintage or a traditional classic rock type band, this would be perfect. But if you cover a bit of pop, you know, a bit of funk, a bit of rock,
bit of everything,
then you want something where you can be a bit more versatile. I'm not saying you couldn't buy this and do all those things, but obviously you can't coil tap, you can't phase split, you etc etc.
Fair play.
So
okay.
I'll just stick it onto the lead channel and just, you know.
Lovely. So this one was a little bit more difficult to get into pitch than the Gibsons.
What is it?
This is a PRS, it's a McCarthy, it's a 59. It's very, very pretty. This one is a limited edition single cut 594 burnt maple leaf, flame maple top bird inlays.
Over the top.
Yeah, this one actually is more expensive than the Gibsons, and it's beautiful. And I think, as you said, it's a mix of brass and gold hardware going on across the chrome. And it's got the locking tuners on the top of the headstock rather than at the back, and it's got the bird inlays that PRS are famous for. It feels a good weight. It's not heavy at all, but it's not ridiculously light. It's just a good feel to it. I like the pots, how they sort of match up well with the finishing with the hardware. Quite loose as a lot of the PRS ones are though, and that's not a bad thing if you like it. That's the back of the headstock. You can see the tuning engine there, the machine heads, and the neck. I think this is a mahogany feeling guitar, but it seems to be not too heavy, and it's got the nice thickness of a Les Paul. It's got the binding, which is very nice, and the dots across the fret markers, so that's good. Very, very nice indeed. So let's hear it sounds. This on the clean channel. And that's very, very clear indeed. Let's get all these pots on full so we can hear full output. Both pickups together. These are humbuckers. Let's put that onto the bridge. Wow, that's lovely. Back in the middle. And on the neck. Nice. So go bright to warm. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. I'm going to roll some tone off, which I think that sounds nice. neck pickup.
Do you want a bit of dirt?
Yeah, a bit of dirt, why not?
And you're on the bridge, yeah?
On the bridge. Right, so let's do this. Let's try it on the. So I've got it on full. Got that about.
Is there any coil tapping on this one?
Yes, there is. So it's just
Just splitting the coil, so you got single coil sound there.
Let's give that a try.
Just slightly thinner.
That's thinner, yeah. It's quite nice actually. I like that. I like that. Let's try this one. Can you hear the difference?
Yeah. Subtle, but yeah.
Yeah, it is subtle.
I'll tell you what I do like about that. Then quite often when you coil tap, you drop. You feel like you're dropping in power, volume drop. And I didn't notice anything really with that. So it gets a bit thinner, but you're not really lacking that. You know, I've got a Strat that's got a coil tap on it, and you can actually really hear the volume. You know, when you coil tap it, it goes a bit thinner, but you also feel like you've lost some volume. That didn't happen then, I don't think. Not in the room, anyway.
Just try this. Right,
Nice.
let's try it with a. Yeah, it's a subtle difference. It's there, but it's subtle.
Probably notice a bit easier on the clean, to be honest, but anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That's got a nice tone.
That is lovely, isn't it?
Tonal qualities of that are. I don't know what the pickups are, but it's nice. And this angle, you're getting a nice sort of. The way that the colour changes is quite drastic, but not in a bad way. You know, on the top, like as it goes from that sort of tobacco-y browny colour into the, I don't know what it is, like a grey burst of some sort.
Let's try it back on the clean sec. Put it onto the bridge, and it's
going to be quite sharp. That is. Maybe not.
That sounds nice to me, so let's do that.
Try that same riff but in the middle position, just as a... That's nice. It's nice. It's nice sounding guitar there.
Yeah, it is a lovely guitar, and the weight of it and the feel of it, it's very easy in hand. This one, you know, its balance is very nice. I'm looking forward to your thoughts on this actually as well. So let's put the coil back in and see what happens.
Thicker straight away. What do you expect?
Yeah, I like that. So you can go from harsh to soft quite easily on this. this is the one I took away, and I really love it. I've got it on the Saturday, and today is Tuesday, so just long enough to really have picked it up a few times because I'm working. But I really love this thing. It's great. I think I made the right choice. I have to say that PRS was brilliant, and I definitely have it as well, but I wanted a Les Paul, and in the end this was the best one there for me. It gives me all the modern features that I want as a heavy metal type of guitar player, or certainly that's my aspiration, but it also has all the cues to play blues and classic rock as well, all the other stuff that I like. So I really like this guitar, and I'm privileged to own it. I know not everyone can have a guitar like this, so that means I'm lucky, and that's not lost on me. Wanted this a long time, so I'm really happy. I feel like this video kind of, along with my brother, did a review for the MT15 PRS amplifier, the Monty, and also that PRS McCarty 595, and also the 3 Gibsons. So it's kind of almost a review, I guess, of those things. But it was all about New Guitar Day. It was all about recreating the joy that I wanted to have with my new guitar experience, a special guitar, after having that bad experience in my last video. So thank you for watching this, appreciate it. Leave any comments below, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.